Yo, everybody. So, favorite drunk Uncle Noon Belichick calling all the plays, man. Today we have a very special episode. We have a Reporter podcast on here today. Clap it up for those guys down there, man. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. It's gonna be a great episode today. To the right of me, we got my guy Jay. Jay, how's your day going, man? How was your New Year's?
Struggling with right there, brother. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good, man. Happy New Year to everybody. It's good seeing everybody. Another year. Blessings, prosperity. Let's go.
Jim, how about you?
Thanks, Jay. My New Year's was good. I was at a wedding last night. Shout out to my boy Tyler and Ree, tying the knot. It was a great time. A lot of love in the air. My Wolverines got a dub yesterday, so I came into the new year feeling good. Feeling good.
With some wins. Okay.
Real quick, Cole, before you introduce our special guest today. Very important game, very amazing game today. OHIO. Let's go, Bucks.
Anyways, we got two special guests, like Jay said. We got Chelsea below us. Chelsea, how was your day yesterday?
Pretty good. Sick as fuck. I was down for the count, but I'm back at it today for this episode. So
that's all that matter. We're glad to have y'all. Sure. But how was yours New Year's?
Absolutely fucking incredible. Spent it on my couch. Accidentally missed the ball drop because I couldn't find the right YouTube live to watch. But
Jesus, that's tough. You see, that's
imagined it
right there. Why did you wait to the last minute to try to find the channel?
That's her.
Because that's me. Hello, that is my personality. Also, I don't know. I was like, I don't need to see it. Like, I've fucking seen plenty of balls drop. But then that came out completely wrong. I thought it was gonna be like an easy fucking thing, but turns out I don't have Hulu Live or whatever fucking subscription you need for that stuff. So therefore I could not find it. And then I thought I was watching it, but really it was just fireworks live. So here we are.
Here we are, man. We have a great episode. They got a lot of questions for us today. Hopefully nobody channels their inner Kevin Samuels on here, man.
Oh man.
Who is Kevin Samuels?
Oh my goodness. Wait.
Oh God.
Okay, after you get off the show, you gotta do some research on who Kevin Samuels is. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
Hopefully I don't channel my inner Kevin Samuels.
Just look him up on Twitter or YouTube or anything like that.
Are we gonna regret it or
yeah?
No, he's not everyone's watch. He's not everyone's cup of tea. I'll say that.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, we won't like him for that.
Yeah, y'all won't like him. He's like brutally honest.
Most women don't like him.
We like brutally honest though. We love that.
Okay, but most women don't like
disrespect.
Yikes! What's that mean?
No, he won't. Y'all won't like him.
I don't know. They may.
We shall see. I guess we'll have to do our own fucking research on that.
Look him up on TikTok or YouTube or something like that. You'll see who he is.
So first of all, can we get to this? I want to ask this last, but I was gonna I need to know. This shit been on my mind for like a week now. So the first question they asked us, it was like really like the last one, but I want to know now. So we can get that shit in the butt. They said, "Have you ever had a man cold?"
I don't even know what that is. I saw that and I had no idea.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So when I hear man code, I think bro code. I feel like
I'm dead.
No,
I know that the same thing.
No, cold like COLD.
Like you're sick.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not man code. I hear you on that.
Yeah.
That's what.
Have you ever had a man cold like COLD?
I have no idea. I have no idea what it is.
Never heard of that. Never heard of that.
What the hell that is?
Of course, they've never heard of it.
Yeah, is that like?
You should explain it. I feel like
I guess you got to explain what it is.
So essentially, this is where like a woman will like kill that ass, just like have a full-blown C-section, have like brain surgery on Monday, and she's cleaning the house, she's doing the laundry, but a man has like a cough and this dude is down for the count. He's got you bringing him in bed. He ain't gonna work for 3 weeks.
No. They're all shaking their head like, man, I don't even do that, man.
I don't really get sick.
Admit that he's like this. He's like,
I don't even get sick, so that can't
be. I don't have that luxury. Like that's just like I don't have that luxury.
I don't get sick. I mean, I guess I get what it is. Like it's exaggerative, pretty much. Like when we get sick, like it's a lot more exaggerative for us. I mean, I guess it's kind of true because like
It is definitely true for some.
it's
You could
yeah,
tell.
I think it's
But like,
different because like
a
women's
man
pain
can,
tolerance is a lot higher, I think, than like men's though. So
Fair
that's the, like
Yeah,
that's kind of
for
the like
sure.
it's different. Like I think it's a different level. So
Yeah.
like I always say that like you guys can give birth, we can't. Like we don't do that. So I mean, and you guys like had a monthly stuff as well too. So yeah, no.
Okay,
I
my
think
Y'all-
opinion-
my opinion on that. I think I didn't have a man code. I think I have.
Oh, you know
Oh
it
yeah,
is
for
now.
sure.
But like this how I look at it. And it's okay. I might get my Kevin Samuels back. I might get.
Here we go.
I might.
Here we go.
This how I look at it. Like so. I'd be like, okay, if I'm handling up the bills and all this other stuff, I mean, I feel like I can respectfully have a man code. If I'm a little fucked up, got a little sniffer or something, like I feel like I should be,
Oh
So
man.
I
I mean,
agree with him.
So you
Actually,
feel like when you sick, you're just supposed to get the special treatment.
I was gonna say that too. Like, I feel like men are kind of like, I take care of you all year round. Like, if I have a cough, like this is my opportunity to lay up and like let you just handle.
I think men just like to be
Facts. That's
babied in
facts.
general. So if that opportunity comes, they're gonna fucking jump on it like no tomorrow.
bingo, bingo. That's the one.
Okay.
It's like, ooh, like
Psychology of it,
that
yeah.
does need scratch. Like, do you mind?
Psychology of it. Like when I had COVID, I thought I was gonna die. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really, when it wasn't that bad.
Every man did.
Like, it wasn't even that
That
bad.
bad, but I really was gonna
agitated.
die.
Like I thought I was gonna die. So,
COVID, I thought I was on my deathbed.
but I really don't
Same.
get sick. So that was the thing. Is like having the chills and all that stuff was
Yeah.
like it was kind of
It's not cool.
Yeah,
It's
it was
not cool.
No.
It's rough for sure.
Anyway, so we got another question. I'm gonna let you guys ask the next question because I have them in front of me, but I'll let you guys take it away. So,
Okay.
Okay, bet.
Go ahead. First.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess another question that we were thinking, because just so everyone knows, we're kind of like, we think it would be fun to just do like a back and forth with men and women. So like a good topic that I think men and women can always debate on is like cheating, and like what is that definition of cheating, and like how far is like actually cheating? Because I think that sometimes like men and women, like we look at it like a lot differently, and like some things that men may like quote unquote not think is cheating, we would be like, definitely yes, that's fucking cheating, and like we don't agree. So I guess like what's like your guys' version of cheating? Because I think that it can even come down to like conversations in person and like how deep those get with like new people that you meet, and is that considered cheating, or are you like emotionally cheating? Because like how far do you stray away from your partner when you're like talking to the opposite sex?
I mean, okay, so
it's tough.
first, let's just start off by saying this. Like, I think it's definitely a different version of men's cheating and women's cheating, which I've learned because I've been in a relationship for like years now. So my definition of cheating has evolved, I guess, the more I've been in a relationship at this point. Because originally I didn't think anything was cheating, but like just having sex with somebody else.
Okay.
Like, that was like my original definition of cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of it, and it's evolved from that, I guess, at this point now. To where some other things I look at, I'm like, but it's also like, okay, here we go, Kevin Samuels a little bit. It's,
We need to know who this man is.
it's also like a thing of where it's like men can like, I don't want to say there's different things that they can do, but there's like different levels, I feel like, than what it is for women. And I don't want to say it like that, but it's kind of like the truth in a way. That's all I'm saying.
Can you elaborate though on these like?
I don't know. Okay,
like,
so maybe I don't even want to say that. I think it's just certain things that we can't take that we may dish out. I guess if that makes more sense, like in a way, like you know what I'm saying, like we may do certain things that might not even be like cheating, but it's like if we saw you doing that same thing, we'd be pissed.
Well, and that's a very good example of how to interpret what you feel like cheating is because like if you wouldn't want your partner doing it to you, don't do it to them. Like if you feel like if she sat up doing this daily, even if it's something very simple like social media interactions or something silly, like you wouldn't like seeing her do that. Or if you were sitting over her shoulder looking at her phone while she was doing it, like would you like that shit? Probably not. So like why are you doing it while you're chilling at work?
Right.
That's gospel. That's gospel.
That's a great point.
That's fair. I never thought about it like that because, like, my version of cheating is basically I was gonna say like, don't do something that you don't want done to you. So, but that's like but like that's such a broad thing because some people are controlling to the point to
Yeah.
where it's like you can't even have friends, and
Yeah.
it's hard to just say like that because I feel like that's a one size shoe fit all. Like,
Mhm.
because like you could say, okay, you can't have no girlfriends. Well, you can't have no boyfriends. Now y'all just sitting there awkward as hell.
Yeah, so true. And then it
Right.
becomes healthy.
You guys aren't allowed to interact in public.
Yeah, so it's like, what are the parameters of a friendship? Having a friend, like a girlfriend, what are the parameters? What can and can't do? Like, is she allowed to come over and smoke? Is she allowed to come watch TV with all of us here? Like, what are the parameters? Like, what?
I mean, so like my thing code is like, okay, so I'm gonna ask you something. I guess at that point is like, what kind of like boyfriend do you think you are at that point? Are you strict? Are you relaxed? Are you laid back? Are you?
I say relax.
I think I'm laid back.
Okay.
I don't think like I'm overbearing or anything like that.
I think everybody's different too, like based off of their trauma and like their different trust issues and shit like that. Like certain people are gonna have triggers that are based off like random scenarios. If your girl cheated on you with your brother, like the next time you're in a relationship, you're about to be weird about her having a relationship with your brother. Like you're just shit like that. But
Yeah, and I think it comes down to too, like your partnership. Like, what do you and your partner discuss that are boundaries that you will and will not accept together? Because Terrence is right. It's like that's too broad to just be like, oh, don't do to me what I wouldn't do to you. When like everyone has different like traumas and stuff that triggers them. So it's like I feel like when you date someone, you kind of need to sit down with them and be like, what are the boundaries that you have? Is that something that I'm willing to put up with? Like, let's say I meet a dude and he's like, oh yeah, one of my boundaries is like my girl cannot talk to dudes or be friends with dudes. I would be like, okay, never mind. I don't want to date you because like you seem like you're about to put me in a box and shit, and I'm not going to do that. So it's like you kind of like evaluate this person and like, is that something I'm willing to put up with? Am I cool with these like quote unquote rules and regulations that they kind of have for what they want out of a relationship, and like does that match with what I want? Because if not, then like I just won't be with you, period. I'll just move on. But it's like when it comes to like each individual person, I just think that you have to like sit down with your person and be like, what is like breaking the boundary for you? Because sometimes like there are trust issues that need to be worked through, and like maybe that's not how they'll always be, like, but when you first start dating them, they're like, no, yeah, like it kind of triggers me when I see you like messaging girls to hang out or something, whatever it may be. And then you're like, oh shit, like I didn't even actually realize I was like hurting your feelings. I just like hit up people because I'm friends with them. I'll be more aware. We'll move forward like with that trigger that you have. Like keeping your partner in mind, I think, is the most important thing of like what triggers them.
About effective communication. That's what it's really about.
That's all it is.
Really about. Like,
I think the biggest thing is, like she said, is setting the boundaries like at the beginning, like setting your guidelines, letting things know, like, okay, this is what I'm willing to put up with, this is what I'm not willing to put up with, and
because
I'm glad you said that because a lot of people will let shit go on for 3 months. They'll be like, okay, let's go on so long, and then it builds up, and then now the motherfucker that when you want to talk to the person, you going off instead of just communicate. You just like,
angry.
There's a whole list of things you rattling off.
Yeah,
because you let it build up instead, like you said, like nipping in the butt from the start. You could just nip it in the butt, and now they know off rip not to play with you or not to do certain things. But now you need to build up. Now it's comfortable. I'm comfortable doing what you don't like. Comfortable doing it. So now when you tell me I can't do it, it's like now I'm pissed because I've been doing it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, like you have to nip it. Like if you don't have that conversation initially, it's like you got to nip it the moment you feel uncomfortable. Like the moment that I feel like, oh, my dude like has a whole bunch of girlfriends and he's always fucking with them more than me, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be like, hey, don't care that you have girlfriends, but like kind of feels like you're hanging out with them, whatever I need to fucking say. But I'm gonna sit down and have that conversation with my man because like that's how I'm feeling. Now how he perceives that is gonna tell me like, is this the person for me or not? Because if he fucking goes off on me and acts crazy and is like, oh, you're controlling whatever, like then I'm like, oh, all right, never mind, peace out, like you ain't the one type of thing. Like, so you just gotta like have those communicative like conversations, or else like Terrence said, it's just gonna be a fucking surprise and everyone's gonna be annoyed because we're like, well, you fucking never said that, and I've been dating you for a year, and now all of a sudden all of these things are popping up. And like it's also okay if things are brought up a year in, but like it's important to like continuously talk about shit. Like me and Chelsea just talked about that, like not having like not being with someone who like makes you feel uncomfortable to bring up whatever is bothering you, because there's a healthy way to bring up something that's bothering you and there's a unhealthy way to fucking do it, and there's like a toxic way to do it, right? So it's like, if you're constantly being the one who's like approaching this as a healthy conversation and your partner is like reacting crazy, then that's a red flag to me. Like, you should be with someone who's like willing to sit down and hear you out, because if we're a team, then we're a team. If not, then just fucking say that. Like,
I agree. So since we on this topic though, I got a question for y'all. I'm sorry to blindside y'all. I knew I said I was gonna text it to y'all, but it just popped in my head, and I'm like, we talking about all the hot topics right now. So, and this always comes up. I see this shit every 2 months on Facebook. So it's a good question. How do y'all feel about going 50-50 with a man, and what does that look like for you?
Oh my God.
You mean like wise or like just
like financially, meant like whatever, just like 50-50 with your man? Like, how do you feel about going 50-50 with the guy that you're dating?
You want to go?
Say like, okay, the rent is due. Hey, babe, I need half on the rent. How would you feel about that?
You want to go first? I know our opinions are different on this, so
you can go ahead. You answer first.
I personally think that it doesn't really matter to me, because our savings are going to look the same regardless of if he pays all of the bills and then I just put the rest into savings and then I shop, or if, like, for instance, my rent is due today, my man Venmo'd me already for half of the rent and we're going to put it into savings, and then all of our bills get split, and then at the end of that shit, the rest goes into savings for us. And so that way we can just put like the $2K that we got left over into savings and I buy whatever the fuck I want. I do whatever the fuck I want with the rest. I mean, obviously him and I are about to talk. If he's about to go buy a PS5, he better let my ass know that. But I just feel like it doesn't make any difference. We don't need to have this like weird role, because like, what would the difference be if he went and paid the rent and he went and paid the utilities and all that, and then all of my paycheck went into savings? Like, what difference would it make to me? So that way he could have the little ego boost that he's paying our bills. Like, I just kind of feel like no matter how we cut it, like, his parents do something very different, and I actually like it. Like, his dad pays all of their bills and everything, and then his mom's income goes solely to their savings. Like, she only works so that way they can save money. So her whole income from the year is savings. They're guaranteed whatever her salary is, that's their savings for the year. And I'm just like, well, however it works for you, but I don't need anybody's ego to be boosted off of like, oh, I pay the rent, I do this for you, I do this for you, I do this for you.
Because like that is a thing, because if a man is paying all the bills every time y'all argue, that's gonna come up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need to hear that shit.
And a lot of girls ain't trying to hear that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that as a human, how much somebody's doing for them. Like, nobody's trying to hear that all the time.
Yeah, we're not, because you don't say like every time we don't get in an argument every time we fight. We're not like, I cook you dinner, I run your bath, I be rubbing your back, like I suck your dick, like shut up.
Yeah, like, we ain't here every Sunday. Like, what am I supposed to bring that up? Like,
right? Because I got a tally.
Touche, good point. Good point. That is actually a good point, though. Touche. But I do feel like at the end of the day, like, I feel like personally, if I am paying for everything and I'm doing it out of like just the soul and the good of my heart, I'm not going to bring that up. And you shouldn't bring that up in the soul of an argument. But there are going to be times where you get angry and you're going to be like, okay, you feel some type of way, and it's going to come up like eventually. Like, it's bound
don't piss me off. I'm bringing it up.
It's bound to eventually.
But the reason I'm bringing it up is because now I only do it if you're talking to me spicy.
You feel like you feel like they're being ungrateful. Like, that's our side of it. Like, you feel like they're being ungrateful.
I don't even leave it open for that.
Look, I used to get like, when I worked in a factory, that's when it would piss me off, because like, I'm in here slaving, like real deal, working my ass off, and you sitting here complaining. Yeah. And that's what used to just make me want to snap. But like, if I was in the role I was in now and I was going, like, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't bring it up.
See, now my thing is like, and I've also like I said, evolution changed. Being in a relationship for so long, you start to change your perspective of things. And like now I'm like, oh, well, like, my girlfriend goes to work every day too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she goes to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 every day as well. So it's like, I can't just expect her to do certain things just because, like, oh, I might be doing this or doing that. It's like, she works just the same schedule as I do, so I can't expect her like to come home and do this or that. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my perspective has changed now when I look at things differently. And it's like, okay, like, we don't have any kids or anything like that, but like, there's still other things that like I would want, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, in reality, it's like, okay, she's not staying at home every day. She's not doing this. So it's not like I can just expect her or rely on her to do these certain things. So it's like, I got to carry my slack too, which is starting to change, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, I think we gotta look at things differently sometimes.
That's growth, Jay. That's growth.
Yeah,
growth. I told you, it's growth, man.
That is growth, man.
Right there. Like, that is you guys literally working as a partnership. And that's exactly what I was going to say. I think it obviously comes down to like ultimately when you start dating someone seriously, like discussing that again, like at the beginning, like, what does this look like for you? Do you want to pay all the bills and then I do this, whatever? I think that whomever is paying all the bills, like the other person is pooling their weight in other ways. And that's a discussion that you guys chose to have and do that way as a couple. So it's really not fair to bring it up in arguments, because ultimately that's something y'all discuss. Like, I don't want to like set something up with my partner, come to an agreement of who's going to pay what, and then like I get it thrown in my face because we're arguing and you're mad about some bullshit, because I'm mad too, bitch, and I will throw shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, we both mad. So I think like it definitely comes to like agreeing to that and then sticking to that and remembering that it's like you and your partner against the problem, not like you and, you know what I'm saying? Like, not the problem against you guys. And it's like, that's like called real team effort. And for me, it's like, of course, duh, I want all my dude to pay all my fucking bills. Who wouldn't? Like, that'd be the prize. But like, ultimately, I probably would work something out where like we split certain things. I think my point of view is more like, if me and my dude are going to be together long term, I would like him to like pick up the bigger bills, like the rent, maybe like the car payments or something. And then like maybe I pick up like the electricity or like the water, like these other bills, but we like split it how we need to split it. If we do need to go half and half on mortgage and rent, that's cool too. Like, I'm also not mad at that. It just depends on like what our financial goals are. Like Chelsea said, like if we're going to be together in a partnership and we're living together, first of all, I'm not going to live with anyone that I don't see like a straight up future with. So if I'm just not going to be living with you. We ain't splitting shit because I have my own place. So like, if I'm going to be with you, I'm going to be with you long term. And then yes, we're moving in together and stuff. Then we can talk about that stuff as like a partnership. And I would be cool splitting things if that's what we needed to do at the time. Now, if like I had a dream that I needed to like work a little like less and I'm trying to work on something on the side, so he needs to pick up a little extra bills, again, partnership. We discuss that. We talk about it. He says yes or no. And then we move forward with that. Just like if he needed extra support, I would do that, because that is like what a partnership is. So it's like, I look at my relationships long term. So if I'm going to be with you, it's like for a fucking reason, not just for fun. Like, especially if we're living together, because I've never even lived with a dude before that I'm dating, and I definitely would not fucking move in with a man that like I don't see like a good potential future with. What the fuck am I doing this for? I have my own house. Like, I don't need to move in with you. Like,
yeah. Only reason I asked that was because like I see this question asked all the time on Facebook and Instagram.
I do too.
Yeah, and I think that everybody like goes 50-50, whether you know it or not. Like, you're going 50-50 in some aspect. If that man cooks, you're going to be cleaning. If I cook, like, it's always something like.
So I want to get like Jim. I want to get your opinion. Are you like, would you be a 50-50 guy? Or are you not a 50?
I feel like I would. I feel like I would be.
Jim gonna pay it all.
Jim gonna pay it all. I think Jim gonna pay it all. I feel like.
I mean, so I mean, I guess it just depends, just on what my situation is and what she got going on. Because like they both, like everybody's been saying, like, if you are both responsible for a 9 to 5 every day, like y'all should be able to have a conversation of, okay, well, how are we going to split these bills up? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? Because that conversation doesn't happen a lot, and it's very minimal when it does happen. Mm-hmm. So then that's something where, like, if it gets to a blow up and y'all start arguing about shit, that's how that all just pours out, and it just looks nasty because you'll never have that initial conversation. It's quick because you don't want to have that conversation. You sometimes people don't want to have that conversation because it might be like too serious for them. It's an awkward conversation because you don't know how it's gonna go. So then that just like, but you have to do it. Like, that's essential to have that conversation, because if you don't,
if it's somebody that you feel like you're gonna be, like she said, like if you feel like somebody you have with or have a serious like potential with, like, it's definitely a conversation that needs to be established, like, as well. Like, that needs to be one of the things that are set early on in like that part of the process of the relationship. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna say you start to have like some resentment toward the person. Like, if you just low key, like, I don't know, if they're just asking you to split the bills and you don't really want to be splitting the bills, then you're like low key, like under your breath, like, this is petty as fuck. Like, he should be paying, right? Like, bullshit, like, or whatever it might be. Or vice versa, like he's building resentment because he's like, okay, this bitch expects me to pay the rent, pay all the bills, pay everything. Like she also works too, so she's got money too. And then also when we go out to eat, like I'm paying every single time. Like my bank account on E, bitch. We're over here just out here buying bags, like
just like getting her nails done, like going shopping.
It is funny because it's an unwritten rule in the men community. Is like when you're in a relationship, you just multiply everything by 2. So it's like no matter what you do, it's like you just literally multiply by 2. Like so that's like the funny thing for us because we always joke about it. And it's like, well, I know if I'm going to Five Guys, I know it's not going to be like $17. It's going to be 34. It's like I might as well like, you know what I mean?
That's my thought process.
Like literally, that's how it is. Like if I ever go anywhere like without my girlfriend, sometimes I'm astonished how cheap it is. I was like, oh my god, like, it's so
like, I'm gonna actually get the extra.
I'm like, oh, like yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna get the large drink.
Get a large.
Like,
drink.
Get a water.
I ain't ordering off the Happy Meal no more, bitch.
Like,
eat it in the car so she don't see you bring it home. I didn't even get food today.
We were literally just in the McDonald's like drive-through line the other day, and she's like ordering her food, and I'm like, she's like going through a list. I'm like, you're not getting all of that. Like, you're literally not doing it. And she's like, if like you see my girl, she's not like big, she's skinny. She's like, she literally, but she can eat. And I'm like, you're not getting all that food. She's like, how you gonna tell me what I can't get? But again, I'm like, I'm thinking of like, I'm like, that's like, you know, McDonald's is like $20 now. I'm like,
we're not for that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not trying to spend $20 on McDonald's. Like
this
places, I'm just like, Jesus. Like, all right.
For real, fast food is
that
outrageous.
actually reminds me of like another question that I had, because now that we're on the topic of money and stuff, what do you guys think though? Because I feel like as a woman, like if a man is trying to talk to me, like at the beginning, because I'm single, so like when I'm talking to people and like meeting new guys, I like want to be fucking pursued. Okay, so like I feel like, and I'm not saying he's not, but I definitely know that I'm a fucking prize. And so if you're going to come talk to me and try to like start something up with me initially, like I want to be wooed, I want to be pursued. And I feel like at that beginning stage is when you should be trying to impress me and like showing me like what you can bring to the table, because I already know what I bring to the table and I make that clear as well. Like, so this isn't one-sided, but like, what do you guys think about when you first start dating a girl? Like, do you feel like it is important to pursue her and make her feel special? Because I feel like a lot of men these days are so fucking lazy when it comes to like starting new relationships and trying to like talk to new girls. They literally like barely put in any fucking effort. They're like, oh, what do you want to do? And I'm like, bitch, you're the one who literally asked me to hang out. Like,
let me go real quick. Let me go.
Give me a cute date. Like, surprise me, woo me. Like, I'm not into you anymore.
Let me just say this real quick.
Ready to answer.
Let me just say this real quick to all the men out there. If you're gonna play that game, just make sure you stay ball within your court. That's all I'm saying. Stay within your ball within your court. Don't go out here trying to ball flashy.
Don't bring the helicopter to the first stage.
Yeah, and you can't maintain it because
I seen somebody say something so great yesterday on Facebook. They said women made it so hard for men to date now because all they expect, like men just expect to bring money. They don't even know how to date no more. They just, I throw this little bit of money at you, you're gonna flock to me. If I do this for you, if I pay a bill, you're gonna flock. Like, what does dating look like now for men and women? Like, that's what I want to know, because like, I think you should pursue a woman. You should go crazy. But if you cannot maintain it, like, just keep it simple. Absolutely. Get some flowers, open the fucking door, go get some food.
Yeah. No,
like,
it doesn't have to.
You ain't gotta be trying to come fucking.
I'll say this, Cole.
Limousine to go bowling. Like, you don't gotta.
I think for the most part, I think there's a lot of women out there that don't expect you to go overboard, right? I think the simple thing like buying them flowers.
It's the effort.
You know, opening doors for them. You take them certain places. Doing different things like that, planning things, like she said.
Yeah, because like then you're impressing us and you're making us like remember you when we leave. Because at the end of the day, we might leave that date and just be like, man, he didn't open the door for me. He didn't walk on the right side of the street for me. He didn't even fucking ask me if I wanted another drink. He just cashed us out. Like, that's the type of shit that's like.
She said the shit happened. She said the
these are the things that have literally happened to you.
This just happened yesterday, didn't it?
This is real life examples, folks. Like, I am not making this shit up.
Hey, that cash out had a little angry that she said he asked for cash out.
Look,
came to the fucking table and was like, "Do you guys want anything to eat?" And the dude was like, "No, we're good." And Purple was like, "I do. I'm hungry." Like,
yes, the fuck, yes.
Okay, so he invited you out too?
her
Huh?
food and
He
drink.
invited you out?
Yeah, and then he told the server that she wasn't hungry. Bitch, how do you know when I am?
No, and then there was another.
Look, hold on, wait.
One
Let me go
other
back and let me pull the comment back up because this is a perfect comment.
Oh, what's
Literally, never tell a woman what she can't eat and sleep on
Yes.
Yeah, for real. I was thinking
Literally.
that.
Literally.
No, because that'll set
Literally.
us right the fuck off. Like
I don't think it. I think it depends. Like I think what we're seeing on this comment is women make it hard for men to like to have chivalry. Is I think like one is not true. I think it's like, well, it is true. It is true. Let me not cap. It's true. But I think it's because of the social media standard of what we see and what's broadcasted to us so
Absolutely.
much. Like I
I
think
feel
there
like
is
women
like
just
again,
have such crazy expectations sometimes too. Like,
yeah.
because I've been like how Terrence said how he sees on Facebook a lot of the like 50-50. I was seeing the opposite. Like every single time I was seeing the comments, the girls in the comments were like, I want my man to pay for everything. I want him to pay the bills. I want him to take me out to dinner, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, your man is working day and night. Like, bitch, what? And then you're just out shopping all the time. Like that is not a way to pour into your man and like make him feel loved, is to just constantly have him literally like working to death just so that way he can pay for everything for you. It's crazy.
Clip this. 31 minutes for clipping this. 31 minutes and 30 seconds. You're clipping this.
So for me, I feel like I definitely go full effort whenever I'm interested in somebody, just because I want to make my intentions clear, just off of the things that I do, the little
Jimmy's
things,
a lover
the big
boy,
things.
ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
definitely a lover boy.
Jimmy's a
I'm
lover.
definitely a lover boy. I'm definitely a lover boy. But I mean, because I feel like people don't do that anymore. I just feel like we're at a point now where like they've already seen and done everything. So like for me, it's hard to find new things to do to try and show my interest or put my effort in, because it's like everybody's already seen it, been there, done that, whatever the case is. So it definitely makes things a little tough, especially nowadays too. But I mean, yeah, anytime you have to show your investment. You can't just like half-ass it, because then you're not
like both of them. And I think that's like, I can see your guys's too. Like, obviously, yes, like that is tough. Like, it is tough to come up with dates and stuff. Not that fucking tough though, because I can come up with a date in about 30 seconds right now.
Okay.
But once you know the motherfucker like, it's easy. Like if
that's true. That's true. When you know they like, then it is easy. But also, like, I think it's just mostly the effort, right? Like we really like women really just look for effort, and like a lot of things that like single women experience are like men with no effort. And that's the type of situation that's like, okay, if you're giving me no effort at the beginning, that shows me that you ain't about to put in effort in the future. Like you're showing me right now what you're bringing to the table. It's not enough. Like that's why I keep saying, like, I know when I go on a date, like what I'm bringing to the table.
So,
I have a great career.
I guess like my question is then like, how do women discern like somebody that's like a man that's putting on like a fake personality for like the first couple of months and showing all of this, and then like, you know what I'm saying, and then because it could be a lot of that, because like we know how it is, like we can see it, like we see somebody like we like, oh, this dude doing this, he was somebody now, and we like, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying,
like Jay said, you gotta do sustainable, like you said earlier, Jay, you gotta do shit that's sustainable. Like if you come into the fucking bowling
but alley, they don't know that. But they don't know that it's not sustainable.
Yeah, but I'm
saying, I'm asking, like, how do they tell the difference of knowing, like, how can you tell, like, or how do you know? Because like a lot of them get trapped where it's like, dang, like you was doing this, and now it's 6 months later, 8 months later, and it's like we ain't doing that no more.
Like I based
down to the chivalry stuff too.
I personally base it off of how they treat everyone in their life. So like this is something I had to learn the hard way, but like I know that girls like think it's so attractive sometimes when they're like, oh, my man is like literally an asshole to everybody, but he's a sweetheart to me. Like he's literally like such a jerk to everybody else, but he would never come at me that way and blah, blah, blah. And like I personally think that like a gentleman is gonna open the door for every single woman that he cut. Like if you're walking out of a restaurant, he's going to open the door for anybody. If we're driving down the street and see somebody's car broke down, like he's going to stop for her, like regardless, like, because you know that if he's only doing it for just you, that like, if he does that, it's because he's pursuing a woman. And that's weird to me. Like, I just feel like you should be a gentleman in every aspect of your life. And if he gives that same courtesy to every single woman, man, whatever, then like you can tell it's more genuine. But if I only see him do it to me, I'm just like, okay, this is a facade. Like he's only doing this just to pursue me. And then when, 3 months down the road, he gets irritated at me for something, like I'm not getting that no more.
Yeah. Right. That's so true. Like, who is he really? Like,
yeah.
Church on a Monday, on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. How does he treat people that can do nothing for him? Like, how does the
Yeah.
person that you're with treat people that can do nothing for them? And then that says a lot about somebody.
And what his friends say about him too. Like, that's a huge thing. Like, I mean, I know like a lot of like obviously we're all gonna have our friends' backs, but I think you can tell by one, the type of dudes that he hangs out with, like how are they, or if they're in relationships, how do they treat their women? Like, does this guy surround himself with a whole bunch of like dudes who are just out here playing fucking games, or is he surrounding himself with like people who want more out of life and maybe are looking for good relationships, like whatever. Like, it doesn't, not like they have to be in relationships and stuff, but it's like, what type of men is your man hanging out with, I think is important, because like I keep like a very good, important, close circle in my life. So it's like my friends represent me. And so I think that like that's where you can kind of look to.
I don't know. I got some dickhead friends, and I feel like and I don't feel like they're representative of myself.
Like, hold on.
Like, I will say that. Like, I got some dickhead friends and some.
I respect that.
So I wanna chime in on what Craig chimed in and said, because we do get called friendly all the time. I fall victim to it a lot. I fall
like
victim
too
to
friendly?
it a lot.
Is that what you're saying?
So yeah, so like I get categorized like just off of how I interact with the girl that I'm talking to, other females in general. It just looks like I'm the same around everybody. Obviously, if I'm with my girl, it's gonna be a little different, but realistically, like I'm the same person. I'm always gonna be talking to somebody. So it's like I feel like sometimes it gets looked at as, oh, okay, well, he's talking to everybody. Oh, okay, that's how. But like that's just the person I am, and I guess some people just don't. I guess
but
don't
is
like
that
that.
coming from like an insecurity point from the girl you would be talking to, or is it like you are literally hugging up on other girls too much type of?
I guess it just depends. I guess it just depends on the situation. Like obviously, if I'm going up and hugging everybody and moving side to side when I'm hugging them, obviously it's gonna look a little different. But I mean, it does it does come down to like you could kind of point that out too, and it's the same way for guys too. Like if the girl's doing that and sees all her guy friends or whatever, she's going to hug them. Some guys gonna look some type of way, like, oh, okay,
looking a little too long, like
yeah, a little too long, like that. She's smiling a lot, like I know he not that funny. So it's like
that hug where you're like,
I think there's a line you gotta tread, but I do get what you said, because it's like
you just got a
like,
bunch of personality when you social, bro. It's hard to just not be social. You got to go around people acting awkward and shit. Like,
you gotta
I'm
find
a very
if you handsome, I'm handsome,
weird
bro.
because like I'm a social person, but I'm not at the same time. But like I can strike conversation with anybody. Like and that's one of like I think like one of my talents. Like I can literally hold a conversation with anybody, any walk of life. So it's like my girlfriend said that she's like, you literally could talk to anybody. So like I don't think now like she understands like it's just if I like sit at a bar anywhere, you know what I mean, I might just and it doesn't matter who it is. So like I understand the thing now at this point, but like it depends on, like you said, the woman's insecurity at that point level, I think, as well too.
Yeah,
like, this is what it depends on. It depends on what she look like. That's gonna be the one
that does play a part into it as well too. You're right. But
because like my boyfriend will make the comment like at work, he'll be like, yeah, but it's that like one ugly girl. It shouldn't matter if she's fine as fuck. You should not still like it shouldn't. I shouldn't have to think about, oh, was she cute or was she not, because I shouldn't feel better or worse based off of what she looks
but like
if you know my man is gonna
let's just say you came to his job, right? And then you see like, okay, there's a very beautiful woman there and she might be talking to him on a daily basis. Are you not gonna like you're not gonna feel any type of way at all?
I should be able to feel the same about how he's gonna act regardless of whether or not she's fine or ugly. Like I should know at the end of the day he's curving any bitch that is coming his direction, because
again, like back to the cheating thing. Like, where are your boundaries of this conversation?
So okay, so like Cole, like if you know your like and this is like no diddy, but like your woman work around a good looking guy all day, like you're not gonna feel some type of way?
Gonna be a little slighted. I don't care how to
all right, thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. You're just gonna be like, you ain't gonna be like, you may not say nothing, but your intent
work husbands are real thing.
Bingo. Yeah.
It's like, yes, we can definitely, like, maybe I'll tell Chelsea, like, yeah, that girl is super pretty. She's really hot. But, like, that's, like, really as far as it's going to go. I'm not even going to allow myself to go there, because at the end of the day, if someone's going to cheat, they're going to fucking cheat. I'm not about to start spiraling and being like, at work, are you talking to her?
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to, like,
we can't try to change external scenarios. We have to make sure that we know that our man is going to be faithful regardless. Because when you start trying to say, oh, I'm going to take this out of the mix, I'm going to take away Facebook so he won't cheat, I'm going to take away Instagram so he won't cheat, I'm going to take away hot bitches at his work so he don't cheat. Why are you doing all this work?
You're creating
Get a new man. Just get a new man.
Yeah, because if you tell me I can't have Facebook, nothing, you're creating a monster.
You know, but you know what's funny? Like,
you have no way to trace me now.
I feel like I use social media less because I'm in a relationship, because like my whole aspect of things is like, what really am I on social media for other than like, you know, trying to attract the other, like the opposite sex in reality, like the basic, unless you're like really just communicating with family, like on certain social medias, which will only be Facebook. But like on other ones is like, now X, like I get on X because it's more of a news now, so like sports, different things like that. So that's kind of what I'm checking out. But like when you think about the other ones, like I don't have a Snapchat, I don't have any of that stuff, because it's like, in reality, what do I need that for anymore? You know what I'm saying? So like, I think it just kind of weighs both ways, and depending on what you're doing on the certain things. Because I'm like, in reality, I don't need a lot of social medias, because a lot of them are, at the end of the day, just you're showing off to kind of show off the opposite sex, in my opinion. That's just how I look at it. Like, so I don't know. TikTok is kind of different. Like, you know, TikTok is kind of different as well too. Like, it depends on what it is, what the site is, in my opinion. Like, that's all. Like, so
it's that Kevin Samuels right there.
I mean, it's like, really, okay, so let's say this Instagram, right?
It makes sense.
Instagram, like in reality, like
definitely.
For
like, I don't really get on Instagram too often, because it's like I don't really see the point. You know what I'm saying? So
right, you're just looking at photos of women, like, what's the point?
Yeah, it's really no point. Like, that's kind of how I look at it personally. So
I think it's slightly different when you have a kid, though, because like I feel like 90% of what I post is my kid on social media, and I feel like that's because like I'm keeping everybody looped in. She's got more followers than me, for real. So
see, I don't like, and that's what I said. I don't have a kid, so I think it would be different if I had one. Like, like, and even like my phone, like most of my pictures are like my damn dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 800 pictures, like probably 400 of them are my dog. So it's like a lot of this stuff, like I just don't, like, I don't know, like I just don't really get. I don't take selfies. I don't take a lot of pictures. I don't do a lot of this stuff because it's just like,
I don't take pictures.
What I look like she see me daily. I don't really need to update everybody else. Like my mom sees me like on a very regular basis.
I get on Facebook, I troll, and I get off.
Yeah.
I say some bullshit, I log off.
You know, bro, I probably make one Facebook post. Like, I probably make one Facebook post every 5 years. Like, I probably make.
I go on Facebook.
So you're just lurking. You're one of those.
I get on there. I do like the I am nosy. I do like the I am nosy though. I do like everybody posts business on there, so it's not really nosy. Everyone posts business on there. I just read it. Like, y'all.
Right. Hey, it's interesting.
I actually stopped scrolling Facebook a lot for real because I just feel like it's like so toxic all the time, and I don't even want to be consuming that. So I straight stay on TikTok because I feel like it's funny. People are like showing their artistic abilities and shit. It's like very lighthearted, and if I don't like it, I can just swipe and like, I think it's way better.
I don't like, and so even TikTok, like I don't personally have a TikTok. I'm not like my boys know how I feel about TikTok. I'm not downloading TikTok myself. Now my girl's on it. She's one of those. I'm not. I was on the. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna lie, and I say this to my boy. I don't feel like any grown man should have TikTok. That is my personal opinion.
I don't use it.
You guys don't watch TikTok.
He said that's not even me, man.
The amount of inspiration for the podcast you could find on there is crazy. All of our research on TikTok.
We'll use it for the pod. Like, unless it's business purposes. Unless it's business purposes.
I post and I get off.
No, not
business purposes. I don't play.
What you about to say?
Like I got like my boy.
So you guys are closet fans of TikTok, but you don't.
No, I don't. I literally don't. I don't even have the app. I've never downloaded it.
I have TikTok.
Okay.
Jimmy said I use it.
For the longest time, I stayed away from it, but like my sister, like some of my boys were sending me TikToks all the time. So like naturally, I would be seeing TikToks, and then on X or whatever. Right, and I do. And so then I ended up, I was like, you know what, I'll just download it. And I'm on there, like I only use it for like some funny shit or like food. That's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I'll fall into a rabbit hole. Yeah, like I'll fall into a rabbit hole and start scrolling for a little bit, but then that's not. I'm not like daily on there. I'm not spending hours at a time on there.
I'm against it. I just
have a confession.
Really scroll.
I do watch TikTok
There we
for.
That's
go.
crazy.
There we go.
That's crazy. That is so
Oh
crazy.
man.
He
Oh
said,
That's
man.
not me.
he
That's
said
not
so
Oh,
me.
everything I
man.
said before this was a lie.
Hey.
I do.
Oh man.
Only time I
Wow.
use it is when I go on vacations to find tourist spots. That's like sweet shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Only time I use it is for that. And
I let my girl do all that.
what else I do? I do food. That's it.
I don't do nothing. I
See,
let my
that's
girl
what
do
I'm
all
saying.
that. Like if we going somewhere, if we want to look somewhere, I tell her go like look it up on TikTok. I'm not doing it. I'm not downloading it.
Wait, why are you so against
They'll-
it?
I just don't feel like any grown man should be on TikTok.
Why?
Like, I just don't.
But like, why
It's
though?
the same as
Why?
like the
The
Facebook
motherfuckers in there
Reels
doing
and
goddamn
like,
dances.
Like, hold on, like my girl, hold on, my girlfriend, like
on
she tried to say
TikTok.
the same thing. She's like, it's the same thing if you're scrolling on your Instagram Reels or YouTube, and I'm like, it's not.
Yes,
All
it is, but
Same
it's
thing
better
slow through
because
Twitter.
Instagram Reels
TikTok
it
is way
is.
more ahead. Like when you see
I
shit
really-
on TikTok, you don't see it for 2 weeks on
I
Facebook.
really feel like so. Like my stereotype of TikTok is like it's women.
Grown ass
It's
man.
women. You're sitting there on your big phone with your Stanley Cup and your own TikTok, and you're like scrolling down, and you're like that's literally that. And I don't feel like I just feel like I am not supposed to be on my phone sitting here just watching multiple videos.
Okay, but
like-
think of it like this though,
Like,
Jay.
I just don't. I don't know. I'm not.
but
And if
think
you
of-
are, I'm not against you. You know, I'm not.
But
saying,
let me just say this though.
Don't shoot
Let me
me.
just say this. Think about it. The TikToks that I've sent in the group chats or like what other
I
people
don't
send in
watch
the group
them.
chat,
I can't watch them.
you can watch them at all.
I've seen
I
them.
watch them. I literally can't watch them because I don't have the
So
app.
like,
This
okay,
is so
so then
corny.
I know.
imagine this then. So just picture this then. The TikToks that why are we sending the TikToks that we're sending you? Are they
I don't
good?
know.
Are they funny? Because 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 is one of the two.
It's about to
So
make
it's
your
like-
day.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
or
literally the ones that
it's
are
funny.
about to
Like it
send
can be
each
the
other make my
funniest.
whole day.
It can be the
We
funniest shit
send
in
a
the
lot
world,
of
bro.
we send a lot of
And-
funny stuff, and we have like 6 group chats that get sent videos in, and there's like literally all of them are funny. So if I'm missing out on the TikToks, that's probably a small.
that's what I'm-
percentage.
Me and Turba need to break him down. We need a group chat, and then we're just gonna send him daily until he.
Break him down.
You
Held
gotta
out.
screen record it and then send it
I've
to him.
held
You
out.
can't
We have
watch
to
it.
screen record it because you're just too against.
I've held out for this
Yeah.
long. Like I'm literally like at this point, it's like
The
so.
throwbacks.
It was a
They
thing
just
like
have a
it was
good
a thing I
Throwbacks.
was
Those are
for.
coming back now, like the
Like, come
90s
on.
videos.
Yeah.
I was a thing when I was big on, and like now I'm literally dying on the hill. Like at this point, like I'm really one of those where it's like now it's just
Oh,
something
man.
I gotta literally like.
You're
I
just
gotta
doing it
stand
for the
on it.
principle.
Yeah, now it's the principle of it. Like now I can't like okay, so you guys don't really know me too well yet. But like I'm T Code no. Once I'm on something, like I'm literally on that hill and I die on it.
Oh,
Period.
yeah.
Point
Yeah,
blank.
yeah,
No
yeah, he
movie.
does until he's wrong.
There's
He's
literally
right.
like once I'm there, like I planted my flag there, I'm there.
Yeah.
So
It
you're
is
connected.
Okay, I got a question. Y'all have any questions for us? Y'all have any more? I know y'all had toxic masculinity on there. Masculinity.
Chelsea.
I get the vibe that you guys are not up that alley. So
Yeah, nah.
You guys are pretty.
Nah.
You guys are.
we
checked
That's
had
some of
to
the
prep
others.
ourselves in advance. We were like, we may not even like them that much.
Chelsea, I told Chelsea I haven't talked to Terrence since I was in like fucking 8th grade, so we'll see how.
I never talked to it.
Look, this is all pro rights women, man. We don't hate women on
Love
this
it.
podcast. We don't hate.
I was not disappointed with this combo at all.
Hey, but if we get to talk about WNBA, I might start getting nasty. But anyway,
Oh man, here we
Wait,
go.
are you guys sports fans at all?
Chelsea likes football
I just
sometimes.
dominated in our fantasy league. I'm in the championship right now, about to
Oh,
win,
shit.
but I don't even
Oh,
watch
okay.
football. I just
Oh,
pick
okay, they said, hold on.
Oh
I just
wow.
play the guys that aren't on the bye week, and I'm telling you guys, my team's called your daddy's team. And
man.
Wait a minute. You're whooping everybody ass with your daddy's team.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a close one.
Up right
Two.
now.
Yeah.
Damn, this is
High
close.
Oh,
school
yeah.
is crazy.
I'm dominating, but I don't watch football. My
At all.
boyfriend helps me a little bit.
Okay, I
Oh,
was
there
gonna
you
say
go.
he has to be helping
Got
you.
a little
Something.
nudge.
Did he help you draft your
But
team?
not very much. Like he
I'll
really
give my girl some
reminds me to
credit.
set my lineup.
Did he help you draft your team at all?
No, I did steal his list of his people that he was gonna draft.
No, I just stole his whole
Are you
list.
guys in the same league or are you in a different league than him?
He has 2 leagues, and I just have the one. We're in the same league for that one.
Okay.
Did you
okay.
beat him? Did you beat him
Yes,
this year?
yes, I did. And he actually
Oh,
asked me to
yeah.
throw the game so that way he can make it to the championship because
And
we
she
were both
said,
going to make it regardless, and I couldn't do it. I was like, how could I even live with myself if we ended
Wait, you didn't throw the game for him?
No, because like if he actually won, then it wouldn't even be real. Like, and then what if I went up against him and he was
it's a
only
Mickey
there
Mouse
because I
ring.
let him
Come
be
on,
there?
Jay.
It doesn't feel like a fair,
Wow.
it
Come on,
doesn't
Jay.
feel like a fair win.
Asterisk.
She
That's
don't want an
crazy.
asterisk
You
next
low
to her
key
ring.
gotta throw the. You low key have to throw the game for him.
He's literally looking at me like right now, like, yeah, you're trash. Even
You
though
low key have to throw the game for him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because then you guys would rematch in it. You would
Okay,
rematch.
what if he won though, and I could have won?
He won. Like he won at
Y'all
that
still
point.
get
Like,
the same money?
like does he actually watch football?
Yes.
So it means more to him than at that point.
Listen,
Okay, but I'm gonna win either way.
But it's not. No, it's not. Oh, it's
Crazy.
not.
I was not
Chelsea,
expecting this from you.
congrats on your championship appearance. That's what they're not
Congratulations,
saying.
though.
Neither of them made the
Yeah,
championship
can
in
we
their
just
league.
celebrate me and
They're
not
hating a little bit.
Man.
Congratulations.
We don't watch football though. No.
Oh my goodness. Do you have like a favorite team at all? Do you guys have a favorite football team at all? Like at anything?
I watch college a little bit. I'll watch the Ohio State game.
Okay.
I only watch football if I have a man who watches football. I suppose so.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, let's go Buckeyes today. Like we said.
Oh yeah.
Go Buckeyes.
Did anybody have anything else to say before we wrap this up?
No, man. Thank you to our special guest. We
combo.
appreciate you guys. The Poured Up Podcast, man. Make sure you guys go
And
follow them. Let all the viewers know where they can find you guys out on socials, YouTube. Let everybody know. Shout your guys' stuff out real quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys can find us on TikTok
Front center.
at pouredup.pod and Instagram. What's our Instagram for?
My Instagram is at pouredup.podcast.
Yes.
I got you.
Where we're
And
at.
I will
We're
link
on
in my bio as
Spotify.
well. Yep.
Yes.
Keep going.
Spotify, Apple, everything like that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, we're not on Apple yet, guys. Unfortunately, sorry about that. We are only exclusively
Damn.
Spotify, but that means you need to fucking download that shit. And anybody who asks, like, oh, it does not cost money, it's free. Like, just download the
Free to
fucking
add. I know
got
it's
an endorsement
crazy
there.
that you guys shouldn't be able to listen to this shit for free because we're that great, but
For now.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure. We appreciate y'all guys coming on. Hopefully we'll do something in the future where we'll have some drinks. We'll all have some drinks.
I am the only one who got drunk tonight.
Yeah,
I
this is our most
definitely
sober
drink. I finished my whole drink. This
Period.
This is our most sober episode this year. We got to start off right.
The year just started.
I'm on a juice cleanse. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my
Irma and I are doing dry
Hey.
January. She just fucking up already.
Wait, no, hold up. Let me
It's the
explain.
first day. It's the first day.
Uh-oh.
I did this for you guys. None of y'all fucking helped me out. And now I have to go to February 1st.
Hey, you took my role for the day. Because I'm usually the only one I'm drinking. So I appreciate
I'm with
it.
you.
Well, you
I finished mine. We're good.
We appreciate it.
all good vibes. Thank you guys.
Oh, yeah,